All right, thanks for being here. This could be a really short clip today, or it could be a much longer clip. It depends on a couple things. One being the sleeping dog behind me. I've got an A harmonica in my hand. I'm just going to jump right into talking about this topic. You know, the title was just a little bit of a catchy title, but it's true. It does help with agility, musical agility, and your awareness of how to move around on the harmonica, and it gives you something to follow. If you think about a bass line, right? A bass line's a pattern that we follow once we learn those walking bass line notes. So it's no different when you're thinking about welcome. It's no different when you're thinking about patterns that you might play to improvise. Just randomly play a pattern there. I'm not really thinking of how I'd use it yet. I'm just kind of finding a pattern. Although it is occurring to me that I'm feeding off some of the zone of some of the third position scale work, let's say. So let's just try to find that. I'm on an A harmonica. There's no bending. The way to decode it quickly is to notice, what do I hear? Do I hear that there's notes that are being bent? Do I not hear that? Good, I don't hear that. Now I'm just going to start to find it. So I went 6 draw, 5 draw, 5 blow, 6 blow, 5 blow. Keep going in the same pattern. 5 draw, 4 draw, 5 blow, 4 blow. By the way, this dog right here grew up here in harmonica from 6 weeks old or 8 weeks old, whatever she was. So I could really lay into this. This dog has no reaction to harmonica. First dog ever that I've had that does not react to harp. Nothing. She's like, yeah, I'm good. So the cool thing about these patterns is that now if we think about the context of blues and we start to move into what are the patterns that are really useful? Here's one that I got from Steve Baker a long time ago that he put out there. What's going on with the hair? And it has always stuck with me. I share it to students, and it is just the coolest thing. Again, A harmonica. Just see what you can find here. And I'm sure that maybe he played it slightly different. This is what I took from his exercise. It's kind of a cool one. And all of this is hyper applicable to improvising, especially in second position. So let's do it slow. A harp. Oh, if you like this stuff, I totally didn't. I forgot. I'm very tired today. Maybe I should just put this into a thing, and put some dap in there or something and get it like a shark fin. I have a sale on a class called Pattern Recognition. I wanted to come on and give away something. I'm going to teach you some things today. But if you want to go deep into pattern recognition, check out. I'll update the video after the live stream, but I'll basically be giving 30% off my class, Pattern Recognition, bringing it from like $25 down to like $17 or so. It comes with notes, comes with the video you can download of all these cool patterns you can practice. Second part. Third part. One thing to notice right away is that, wow, I can hear that there's a lot of bending, and maybe you didn't notice, but there's no direction change in air and the breath. So they're all draw notes. I'm happy to come back and update the video with some of this stuff that I'm doing, and give you a little bit of some tabs to follow, but give it a minute. Come back to the video. Help me get this video spread around. Come back and view it and practice this first. It's the right way to do it anyway. You really want to get the sound in your head. Why would you want to learn those? Because I'm using that riff right there. And I'm turning it, bringing it down to 2 draw. So you're going to take pieces of it. Straight off, a lot of these notes are just coming from the blues scale and some of the pentatonic because we kind of do hit that full. You can start half, and you can come full on the way down. There's a tip. But really, I'm not thinking half and full. I'll be honest with you. I'm just playing with the range, half step, full step. Somebody, maybe I could just pin it in the comments real quick. Okay, I'm going to pin a little thing up here that says what key I'm using. There it is. Let's get it up at the top. So, now, that's a great one to learn. Let's do another one. A lot of these center around bending. That's a good one. That's a great one. Take these little pieces and move them around. So let me just do that again. What a good dog. She's just chilling. You can make decisions to adjust, and I encourage you to do this. Make decisions to adjust the patterns to your liking. That means that, like, you might decide to start this pattern on the bend, like I was kind of doing, or you might start it on the draw note. Well, coming down is what I'm talking about. So, or, you hear the difference there? So let me do that real slow on the first one. Right there. Versus. So that's a little more complex. The second version gives you a bigger challenge when you have to dip back into the bend. And then I may not come back and tab every single thing I'm doing in this video, but I'll timestamp some stuff and put it in the comments or in the video description. So we're talking patterns today. Let's just play around now for a minute with that pattern, because I played around with the other pattern and showed you how I might use it. So you're just going to hear little pieces of it. That's really what it is. Let's just do it that way. That's why I was confused when I was saying you can enter on the draw or the bend, because you can start it like this. Or, and you do that just for each hole. The cool thing about the way I'm sharing these is that the pattern, once you figure out one part of it, it's usually the same pattern, just moved down a hole or two. So that's what I want you to listen for. Versus. And the coolest thing is that you're also working breath control. You're not just working on the pattern itself. So if you like this topic, you can just go to my website, harmonica123.com, and search at the bottom of any page. There's a search products tab, and you can or box, you could type in pattern recognition. Use the code YouTube30 to get 30% off just that class. That's the only thing I'm talking about today is pattern recognition. So if you don't have that class and you like this, which you should, because check it out. That's how I might use it. And here's the very first thing when I came on, I started talking about like this. The simple little interval thing. But you could take, just to demonstrate quickly, you could take that a little further. Let's see. You have to figure out, you have to really use your ear if you're going to do this and try to match the right note and keep the intervals the same. So I'm just showing that you can move further than just two notes. You could chunk it like 3 notes. Oh, cool, Mike. Thanks for the mention about that, about the class. So I really like this one. I've talked about this a bunch. I'm just going to call it out. Draw, bend, blow. Always focusing on half steps when you have the option. So holes 3 and 2. Cool. Lake of the Ozarks. I've been there. Played a gig right. I don't know what this place was called. This is long. This is in 2000. This would have been about late May or early June of 2000. I played a gig in. How I remember that exact month, I don't know, but well, I guess I do know because we were hitting the road right around that time. Right on. Okay, so draw bend blow is a cool one. You're not going to get caught playing that like several holes in a row. Like it gets a little too it's not as musical, but you might go. That's cool, right? Third position. There it was. I reversed it and did blow bend draw on 4. So I do use this stuff a lot. People think it's like, well, that's kind of cool, but how will I use this, or where you will find an application for the pattern if you stick with it and play it. Maybe turn on some backing tracks for a little inspiration. All right, so what other cool patterns? You can layer in technique. Things like that are kind of cool. There's so many that I sit around and just mess with. The class that I'm doing tomorrow, haven't even mentioned that, but I'm doing this class tomorrow, blow bending and overblowing. And in the class tomorrow, I'm going to share some ideas about how I exercise the bends up top. There's some really cool stuff I used to do for speed, developing speed on blow bending. It's crazy fast. It's something that you wouldn't really hear me do too much in my playing, but I love it's like exercising. You may I mean, the point is you may never do it, but you have the agility to control those notes now any which way you want. So it's strengthening other parts of your playing. So I'm going to demonstrate a little bit of that maybe for you, and then in class we'll break it down. Take your breath back. You could also do it from 10. It's kind of widdly diddly, but what you're getting is this agility, this quick speed practice, awareness of what the jaw might be doing. There's a big hint. And exercising, being able to go right to the bend and play with it, and pull it out, and then go right back to it. That's essentially what you're hearing. The mic is again. This is mic number 3. I haven't talked about it in a video, but this is called the Hollyland Lark M2. Itty bitty little case it comes in. There's 2 of these. I'm using one. It's the size of a quarter. Literally, it's the exact size of a quarter, and it's almost as thin as a quarter. Not quite, but I like it. I'm glad it's sounding okay today. All right, so let's just do a couple other ideas today. Don't forget, YouTube 30 is a coupon code that will only work on the class pattern recognition. If you like this stuff, you can check it out. I'll be on the move soon. I'll try to stream from the road, but you know how it is. The connection can be terrible as you're on the move, so we'll see how that goes. If nothing else, I'll maybe film a couple quick things and upload them when I can. There's a class tomorrow. Blow bends and overblows. I got a lot of overblow licks to break down, close to 10 of those. Learning some St. Louis blues, like when you play on the bottom. That's all right in the middle with that 6 overblow. It's the only note you're missing. So yeah, I would say that that's going to be fun to dissect and go, oh, okay, let's play that with the 6 overblow. We're going to work a couple, like I said, licks and talk about strategy of moving outside of, like, once you find a little pattern with it and it's in a different direction, how you can turn that into other riffs. I don't use a ton of overblows in my playing, but I can execute them on various keys that have not been set up. So it tells me that, if the harp's halfway decent, it's set up decent, you can get it to come out without worrying, is it going to squeak or make, as long as your technique's right. So we're going to talk about all the technique involved tomorrow. Let's just leave with one other pattern here before I go. Sometimes the pattern could be separate, but like you find it in two different, like this, two different registers. See what I'm saying? So you're developing awareness that those exact notes are located on holes 1 and 2 and 4 and 5. Here's 4 and 5, starting with 5. And I'm using all of the notes except for the 5 blow. I'm using a bend. Again, the 2 blow and 5 blow are not being used, but so you could make a practice of moving back and forth, one big breath. Just kind of relax. There's not much exhale. And that's kind of cool because, again, you're getting the breath control practice too, regulating your air when you do this. This concludes this live broadcast, people. I didn't even check the comments, though. Let me say hello to all of you great people hanging out. I got my screen pulled up here. Costa Rica, Simon. How's Costa Rica? Man, I was there once. It was beautiful. Nate is in the house. I don't know if you're still here, Nate. Check out the channel Advanced Lawn and Garden LLC. Not only does Nate share gardening tips and things like that, but he's a very wise soul, and he has some other cool things. He might sing you a song on his channel. You never know what you're going to get. That guy's got a golden voice, and he plays great blues harp, too. So I know there's at least a couple harmonica clips. Yeah, I just uploaded a short today called Slow Blues Whale Ear Training. Please check that out. It's a good one. I want to say it's also on an A harmonica. It's good because it really, you'll see. Check it out. All right. Thanks for hanging out with me. I don't really make it to New York. Yeah, all the cool guys are making it. Maybe one day I'll make it back over there. It's been a minute. Yeah, blow bending. That's right. All right. Wind architect. That's a good one. Hey, I like that. I'm going to leave you with a little bit of more movement so that you can get this in your head. Try to mix up some of the things we did today. And eventually you would take these little exercises that we've been talking about and move them into something more musical. This is what's cool. Once you don't have to think about it and the pattern's like there in your head, as soon as that happens, keep doing it so that like you really own it, like you're polishing it. But then after that point, turn it into something. Find a musical application outside of the exercise and the pattern that I'm sharing. All right. Oh, right on, Andy. Cool. Morocco's in the house. What's up? All right. Thanks, Andy. I appreciate that. So we've been talking patterns, turning it into a musical thing. See what it did there? Turn it into more. What else can you do? You know what I mean? Just play with each one of these little things that we talked about. You can do this with a scale. Scale's a pattern. We've talked about this where you only get scale notes and you're just moving. Have a groove in your head if you want it to be real musical. Got kind of like a funky thing going in my head. Just, you know what I mean? You limit yourself. So that's the idea. Now we're gonna call it for the day. I appreciate y'all hanging. Ava appreciates you guys hanging too. Yeah, well, maybe I will make it to Germany soon. I hope so. Check out YouTube 30 as the coupon code on the website for the pattern recognition class, including the notes and the download. You can download the video there. Hope you'll check it out. And I will see some of you tomorrow in class for blow bending and overblowing. If that's your thing, or you need help, or you're curious about what to do with it, how to do it, come join me. I'll see y'all soon.